Wondering what life is really like on Canada's wild and crazy West Coast? This podcast is all about the people, the places, and Vancouver Island time. Together, we'll explore this island paradise, a combination of ocean, city, and country living. We'll meet the fabulous locals, such as the Fudge Fairy and the Chicken Lady, who have chosen Victoria and Vancouver Island as their home. And we'll learn what makes this place unique and special to those who live here. And now, your host of Vancouver Island Time, Jane Johnston.
Hi, everybody. It's Jane Johnston with the Briar Hill Group at Remax Camosun, host of Vancouver Island Time. I'm here with
Janis Carmena.
And Janis is going to be talking to us about Central Saanich, Tanner Ridge area, as well as your business, which is?
My brand is called No Straw Challenge.
Okay, so first of all, let's talk about Tanner Ridge. Where is it exactly?
Tanner Ridge we're just north of the Pat Bay Highway. Sorry, go on the Pat Bay Highway north. We're just north of the lakes. You take a left, which is west, and you just head up in that area. We're just on the border of Saanich and Central Saanich.
Right, so halfway, a little more than halfway between downtown Victoria and the airport.
Sure, yeah, that's exactly where.
And so this is bordered by the highway on this side. You have East Saanich Road on the west side, and then we have
Sayward on the south, and then Keating on the north.
Okay, so a lot of people don't know this area because it's kind of like a shoulder area, I think, between downtown and the peninsula. What brought you here?
Basically, we love this area. I was living with my sister at the time and her husband. They lived and worked they worked in Sydney. I worked in Saanich, and it was just a perfect halfway to get onto the Pat Bay Highway and to go northbound on the Pat Bay Highway. I'm only 8 minutes from my job back then, and Krista was only 8 minutes from her job.
And so did you find, what about the access to amenities here?
Oh, this place is amazing. It is a hidden gem up here because we have the Keating area, and they have a Co-op grocery store, gas station, liquor store, drugstore, the best pizza at Keating Pizza. I can only eat one slice because it's hugely thick. Amazing Mexican food. They have a pet store there now, a veterinarian. They got everything.
Okay, and also you're quite close to all the farm stands and stuff.
Oh, I love the farm stands on Oldfield Road. They are so yummy. The berries, there's this one blueberry place there. I'm almost there daily getting a pint of blueberries.
And they're also a good place to go for pumpkins and stuff.
Yeah, if you go just down the way to Mitchell's farm, there's a huge pumpkin patch. You can also take your family photos there, which are stunning. And if you keep going down the road, there's this beautiful beach, Island View Beach, which I love to take and walk my dogs.
Cool. So I think a lot of people would say, though, you have to drive everywhere.
Yeah, you could do that, but there's also great BC Transit right here at the end of our street. And it takes a straight ride into town. The other way going north goes right to Sydney and Bushart Gardens. So yes, you need a car, but again, BC Transit's right there. It's easy. And if you just cross the highway with your bike, you pop right onto Galloping Goose and Lochside Trail.
Okay, so what are the demographics of this area? I've sold quite a few homes in this area. I know a lot of people like to walk around here too.
Yeah, this is an interesting area. We were one of the first ones in our we're actually the only people left in our cul-de-sac. The houses have all flipped. We bought this place 17 years ago. It's more of a family where all of our kids are teenagers now. Okay, but they all grew up together. And there is a younger generation coming in because I love watching the street hockey out on the cul-de-sac. You can see we have a basketball net out there. The kids play. We can easily put the cones out, and people know that when the cones are on the street, they don't come down with their cars very fast because the kids are out playing and biking. That's what type of neighborhood it is.
Yeah, and you also have a park very close to here.
Yeah, we do. If you just walk 1-2 blocks, there's Rudolph Park. I know the teenagers like to hang out there right now. Don't worry, they're being safe and everything and nice. But they do hang out there, and then a lot of the elderly people, they walk around all the time because the streets are slow and people watch for pedestrians and walking around.
Plus, you're kind of not in a place where people are going through to another place. You're kind of a destination.
Yeah, I would say that just because we're a block south of Keating, Keating's the road that takes most of the traffic to go into the Keating corridor for everybody to work. So if you take Tanner, which is the one road south, then yes, it's almost all suburbia, I guess you would call it. houses and everything.
Okay, so in terms of exercise, there's biking on the Lochside Trail, walking around the area. What else do you do for fun? Where else do you go to work out?
For me, well, you know what's cool is Anytime Fitness just opened on Keating, and it's an adult-only gym. My sister goes there. She loves it. Lots of walking. There's, again, the bikes. There's parks. I always take my dog straight up to Cy Hampson Park, which is seriously only a 5-minute drive. It's a fully enclosed dog park. Or I go to Island View Beach and hang out on the beach.
Okay, do you ever go down to the rec center, Commonwealth?
Commonwealth is right there. I spent a lot of time there when my son was diving. I basically lived at the Saanich Commonwealth Center. Now I live at the Stellies High School Climbing Gym, which is amazing because he's 16 and he's climbing now at the Climbing Academy there. So that's where I spend most of my time with him. And my daughter is climbing now too.
And so what do you think of the high schools up on the peninsula?
Well, we've had, I've got 4 kids living in this house. So I have my nephew who's now 21. He's just moved out. We have 2 16-year-olds and a 12-year-old. We've gone through every school in this area. They all know us. Keating Elementary School is a French and English school. They're well known. They also have a great out-of-school care program. And then the kids feed into Bayside Middle School, which is over in Brentwood Bay. And again, the bus picks up right here. I don't have to drive anymore. Bayside is great. And they're really into bringing back the First Nations language there and everything and incorporating that. And then from Bayside, the kids are all feeding into Stellies High School. And Stellies is a really neat school because they've got lots of different things for them to do. Yeah, you got the drama coming up. You got the theater program. You've got the climbing academy, which seriously, the climbing gym they've built there was about 5-6 stories, and they do the national, international competitions there. And it's just a great school, and all the kids just hang out and enjoy each other.
They have to take the bus there?
They do take the bus, but the bus picks up right on Tanner Road, and you can just see all the kids pick up and drops them off.
How long does it take for them to get to the various schools?
Ooh, I'm thinking they only probably ride 10-15 minutes. It's not long at all.
Okay. Yeah, our kids, the bus systems I find generally in Victoria pretty good, eh?
Yeah, they are very good. My son actually bikes to high school quite often, so.
I'm trying to get my son to do that, but he is conscientiously objecting.
So he's choosing not to, let's say that.
Okay, so we touched a bit on food. So we have the great pizza, Keating Pizza. We have Mexican, you were saying? What's that restaurant?
What is it, Rosa's? Yeah, they make their own tortilla chips, their own salsa and everything. So this is all within walking distance. Co-op has a great deli area now. You go down the way, there's a coffee shop next to the veterinarian. I'm just thinking the food trucks pull in at lunch every day on Myra Road, which is just across from Category 12 Brewing, which we can't forget to talk about them because they're right there. 2 chemists actually developed the brewery, and they've just opened a kitchen. And then Brentwood Bay is so close, and they've got some great places in there like Blues Bayou, Brentwood Bay Pub, Brewskis. It used to be called Blue Coyote, but they're just changing it to Brewskis back again. So they've got a butcher in there, again, liquor store, Canada Post. Everything's easy distance.
Right. Do you find that you need to go into town, into Victoria?
I don't. I have my own little community out here, and we all know each other. It's not often that you go into town being Keating area, and you don't see people and wave to people because we all know each other. It's a tight-knit community, and we welcome everybody with open arms.
Do you have community events up here?
We do. We just did a fundraiser yesterday for a mum in the area who is fighting cancer, unfortunately, but all the mums in the area came together, and we raised a heck of a lot of money yesterday. I wasn't part of it. I just went there to spend the money and help out, but the people who organized it did an amazing job. So when things like that happen, this community really comes together. We also go to a dinner every so often in Saanich. Saanich puts on some great events, and they'll do a spaghetti dinner, and you kind of go and meet the neighborhood and everything. And then Saanich also does a big Christmas Days event, and then there's Brentwood Bay Parade. There's lots of nice little events around this area, so you don't have to go into town.
Okay, entertainment. So we're talking, there are a number of bars. Brewski.
Local pubs.
Okay, so there's also a distillery up in Sydney,
Yes.
and restaurants.
Yes, if you go to Surly Mermaid and I can't remember what the distillery is out there, what it's called.
Victoria Distillery.
There we go. In Sydney, that place is great. I like the Surly Mermaid. There's a couple more pubs out there. This pub is fun here. I mentioned it earlier, Brewski's, because they do music bingo on Friday nights, which is so much fun. There's a movie theater in Sydney. And then there's a Mary Winspear in Sydney, which has some great events, plays and bands and dinners that you wouldn't expect. Like their New Year's Eve party there is a blast to go to.
Yeah, and you can go to education seminars there as well.
You can, and they even have yoga there. So there is yoga studios around here. There's one in Brentwood too, which is awesome.
Where do you go for market stuff? Do you ever go to the market in Sydney on Thursday nights?
You know, actually, we were a part of the market this summer. Every Thursday night, there's a great market. They shut down Beacon Avenue, which is the main street of Sydney. And we actually had a booth there, the No Straw Challenge booth. And there's so many people and you just get to know each other. And everybody's hi. There's dogs walking. There's farm stands. There's handicrafts. There's people selling the wares, small business, ice cream, local chocolate. It's awesome.
Where do you go to get stuff like, so we're talking farm stands, where do you get your eggs and things like that?
I actually have a friend of mine who has a farm. We get eggs from there, usually about $5 a dozen. Not too shabby at all. Most of the farm stands around there. And even if you drive around here, there's a lot of places where I just say eggs for sale at $5. It's honor system. You just put your money in the box, pick up your eggs and go.
What about produce?
Produce, I usually hit, there's a couple of places on Oldfield Farm or Oldfield Road that I go to for the produce, which is amazing.
I find myself, that's sort of unique to Victoria, right? People buying their eggs locally.
I think it is, especially when you just drive around and seriously, it's a cooler on the side of the road and an honor box system. There's also a couple stands around here for fruits and vegetables, same thing, honor system, right? You can just pick it up, or jams, right? And you just put your money in the box and take it.
And in Machosen, you can get your own fudge that way.
Can you really?
Yeah, the bus used to actually stop there.
Ooh, that's a long drive for me though. No, okay.
That's where I live, by the way. Just as far from here to there as it is from there to here.
Yes, but it's such a beautiful drive. It just goes by so fast.
What do you think about commuting in Greater Victoria?
I don't mind commuting because if you've ever commuted in the mainland, Victoria is nothing. I don't know why we complain about things like this because it's easy. I seriously, from here into town at like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, which you would consider rush hour, is about a 10-minute drive. So there's maybe two lights. It's not bad at all.
Yeah, I know. I felt like since we moved to Machosen, I'm just finding maybe it's 10 minutes longer, depending on the time of year. Like during the summer, it's very light. In the winter right now, when most people are back at work, it takes me on average 25 minutes.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. I really don't know why people complain.
So if somebody was moving from afar, what would you say to them? Why move to Central Saanich?
Oh, I don't want them to move here. No, it's a little gem. Actually, we welcome you with open arms. I love Central Saanich just because of the community aspect of it. The houses are decent prices, right? And they're actually rather large single or double family homes. Again, in this house, we live 2 families. It's a duplex up down. The schools are amazing. Really, if you're going to raise kids, I have no qualms having my 12-year-old bike to school, or she was walking to school when she was 10, and no issues with safety or anything. Buses are here, and everybody watches out for each other. Central Saanich is really cool that way.
Cool. All right. Well, if you want more information about Central Saanich, you can contact me, Jane Johnston with the Briar Hill Group at Remax Camosun. In the meantime, we're going to be coming back in just a minute. Janis is going to be talking about her business, No Straw Challenge. And check this out. Psychedelic. We're going to be talking about all the different straws that she has to offer and why you want to go with a recyclable or reusable straw. Okay, take care. We'll be right back.
Vancouver Island Time is brought to you by the Briar Hill Group at Remax Camosun, Victoria, where we bring local expertise and global presence to your property.
Hi, everybody. It's Jane Johnston with the Briar Hill Group from Remax Camosun, host of Vancouver Island Time. We're back with
Janis Carmena.
And we're going to be talking about her business, which is No Straw Challenge. So I just like the fact, first of all, you have one of them here called Unicorn Straws. What does that mean?
Well, I'm going to have to give you a bit of a background about the no straw challenge. Can I do that? And then I'll explain how these came about. So this is very much a family business. I had done Tour de Rock, Cops for Cancer, in 2016. And after that ride, you have to look it up, by the way, to know what it is if you don't. After bicycling the whole length of Vancouver Island, I was emotionally exhausted. So our family went down to Costa Rica, and we were down there living what I call the Pura Vida, right? Living the pure life. It was amazing down there. You can't even explain the interaction of humans and animals and the environment and how the environment is so sacred to them. So we were down there and we're at a restaurant and everything kept coming with bamboo straws. And my kids are like, hey, Mom, did you notice that there's very little plastic around here? And that's when I really noticed that, yeah, there's hardly any single-use plastic and no one had straws. We did not find a plastic straw down there. And then the kids, so I have Josh and Izzy, who are 16 and 12, they're like, well, why do we have straws in Canada? I'm like, good question. What are we going to do about it? And that's where, as a family, we decided to bring the No Straw Challenge to Canada. So our whole goal is for people to stop using straws, which is why it's hashtag No Straw Challenge. But if you do have to use a straw, and a lot of people like their straws, choose a reusable option. And a lot of people say, straws, they're not going to make much of a difference. But the straws are kind of the poster child of the single-use plastic movement that we're on. So using a reusable straw like this one, which is a stainless steel smoothie or bubble tea straw, really gets you thinking all day of how much single-use plastic you use. So right down to the coffee cup lid, to getting your takeout, to pulling that Ziploc bag, to using saran wrap. So it just gets people thinking, and we're busy parents. You can't be a perfect plastic-free household. I'm sorry, it's just not possible, right? But you can make one change and that just causes a ripple effect. Now, about the unicorn straws. My daughter, who's 12, Izzy, is an absolute unicorn. And I say that meaning I love her dearly, but she just thinks differently. She wants to save the world and save all the turtles and save everything. She also loves unicorns, being that age. So we developed the unicorn straws, and we actually have a whole line of them, and I can open them up here. And you can see how it's become a family business, because even the logo, my son did for school at Stelli's. So he designed the logo, and then we developed this whole set, which is our first set, where you get a whole bunch of different straws, including 3 cleaners, because you can't really have a reusable straw without a cleaner, a bag to carry your straws in, and a lot of people were complaining, well, I don't like stainless steel straws. They hurt my teeth. I don't like the taste of stainless in my mouth. So we looked at Izzy and Josh and my husband Blaine, and we're like, well, how do we fix that? I'm like, well, that's easy. We got silicone tips. So all of our straw sets now come with silicone tips, and Jane, these are a game changer if you use reusable straws. So this was our first set, and you can get these online and on Amazon, and we sell them locally into some stores.
Why are they a game changer?
The silicone? Well, if you don't like the taste of stainless in your mouth, right, the silicone kind of insulates against it. You can put your teeth on it with no issues. Also, if you're using your straw with hot or cold beverage, the stainless steel gets the temperature. The silicone insulates it, so you don't get the temperature through the stainless steel straw onto your lips. Yeah, game changer. Also, kids like to chew, right? They can't get those off, and they can just chew on their straw with no issues.
I like it for elderly people too, because they often need a straw to drink.
They do. You're right. So
cool. So that's like the family pack.
it is. So we have this family pack, and then we got 2 here. So you can see we always have the unicorn straws. This is a foldable one, which I'll show you. And then we also do normal colors too, if you don't want to go unicorn. But we all have a little bit of unicorn in ourselves. Just a little bit.
Some more than others. Right, Janis?
Yeah. It's okay. So this is, I don't know if you've seen the unicorn foldable straws. These are just so much fun because you can just pull them out and they pop right out like that. You can have them on your keychain, and they're so easy to fold and clean because they have a cleaner right in them.
I didn't notice that they had the silicone tip before.
They do. Well, it's the whole silicone liner is how they work. So you can see how it works. So when you fold it, it's just like a tent peg or a tent pole or a cane.
Do they come with a warranty?
We always have a warranty. We want to make sure it's 100% satisfaction guarantee. If there's any issues, you just contact us directly. Again, family business. Our whole goal is to get people to really think about single-use plastic. And if they want to use a straw, to use a reusable straw. So if there's any issues, contact us.
You know what? I see an application for this. I used to work for National Geographic in teaching middle school, teachers how to teach science, and I can see middle schoolers getting in on this.
Oh, it's huge. We just had a whole group of students do some of our videos for us, and they're actually promoting it. And what's really cool is we just launched fundraising with the No Straw Challenge, where the school, we provide everything for you. Everything's done online, and the school can promote you selling reusable straws instead of chocolates or bottle drives or anything else you have to sell. And we give 40% back to the schools. But again, we do everything for you to make it easy. And yeah.
So what is the price of those?
The unicorn, you're looking at about $20. And then we also have pink and blue foldable straws, which you're looking at about, it's more like a dusty rose pink. You're looking at about $15 for these. That's what we were selling them in the market. And then the family pack of straws, everything's around the $20 range. Mm-hmm. All online.
And where can people find you?
We are on Amazon, and you can Google #NoStrawChallenge on Amazon or search for us and you'll find it there. But we also have our website, www.nostrawchallenge.com, and we actually have a promotion on right now. So we're actually giving away a free smoothie straw at www.unicorn.nostrawchallenge.com.
Okay. And, what if people want to, so if they want to get involved in this school thing, which I think is a great idea, how do they get involved with you?
Well, you can go to our website and you can just email me. Just go to nostrawchallenge.com, email me, or email me at info@vanisletrading.com, which is our mother company. And again, family-run business. These are our products. We develop them.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm very excited, and I'm hoping I get to keep some of these. If you want more information, how do they get in touch with you?
www.nostrawchallenge.com, Instagram, #NoStrawChallenge.Canada, Facebook, nostrawchallenge.now, or email info@vanisletrading.com. But if you just Google #NoStrawChallengeCanada, you'll find us.
Okay, and what I'm going to suggest to everybody is take pictures of you using your straws, #NoStrawChallenge.Canada. Okay. All right. Take care and have a great day. We'll be back. If you want more information about the Tanner Ridge area, give me a call. Jane Johnston with the Briar Hill Group at Remax Camosun, 250-744-0775. And if you want more information about No Straw Challenge, talk to my friend Janis here. Okay. Take care. Have a great day and welcome to the neighborhood.
Welcome to the neighborhood. We hope you have had some insight into West Coast living. If you know of someone or someplace that should be highlighted in our podcast, we love to hear from you. Please go to VancouverIslandTime.com and click on our Connect button. See you next week on Vancouver Island Time with Jane Johnston.